Hey guys. Okay, obviously I'm having some connectivity issues. How are we coming across here? There is some connection issues, obviously, with my internet, and I'm not sure why. Can you guys hear me okay? What's it like? Do I need to restart this thing? I think I need to do something here. Oh, I know what it is. Guys, give me 5 minutes. It's about to get better. Hey guys, can you hear me better now? So what happens is I can't really tell from my end, but when the military planes, yeah, now we're coming through. Hey guys, put a one in the comments if you're hearing me say the number one right now. Put a one in the comments. If you're hearing me say the number one right now, put a one in the comments. Great. Okay, we're back. Okay, so I don't know why, and I'm not going to get into it, but when we have a naval base nearby, and when the military flies planes up and down the beach. I live right on the beach basically, and they fly planes up and down the beach routinely. When that military plane flies low overhead, it interrupts my internet service. Okay, and so I happened to come live just when that was happening. I could hear it happening. So the first like minute of this video may be a little iffy, but who cares? I was just spouting nonsense anyway, like I normally do the first few minutes. So it's all good. We're good to go. Happy Hump Day, guys. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're having a good time. Thank you for that love donation, Kim McKay. I love you, mean it. Something fierce. Hey, All Natural Rebecca, my friend, good to see you. Hey, Lady Hawaii, aloha. Hey, love Ilian G. Hey, Debbie, humpity dump, humpity dumpity hump day. So yeah, did anyone do like I said and go pretend to be a dog and hump a pillow or a leg? Go take out some sexual frustration on someone. No, let's don't do that and say we did. But what I will tell you is it is hump day, so if you have a significant hump partner, go get significantly humped, right? Long. Okay, so it's Aisha. Aisha. You know, it's funny because after you said that, the way you wrote it, we do for the other two people, it's pronounced Isha. But I wondered with AI, I thought she probably meant that it's pronounced with a long I, Aisha. So I got you. I'm on your page, girl. It's Aisha. I got you. I feel you, girl. Aisha, right? Is that right? Tell me if I just got it right when I said Aisha. What? I missed the hump thing. Oh, Kim. It's okay. Listen, Kim. All right, I got it right. What's up, Jason? Yeah. Okay, Kim. Here's the thing about hump day. It's special, and you should get humped. You should hump or get humped. Um, if you miss the opportunity, if you miss the chance to blow, this opportunity comes once in a lifetime. It's okay. We don't always get to get it in, but still make the best of it. Have a good day. Hello, Angel. What's up, my angel? Aisha, we got your name right. Finally. It's now that's a hump day celebration, guys. See Dylan, nice to see you. Don't LOL at me. Don't LOL at me like I'm funny, like you making fun. I did last night. Does that baby girl, that counts. I don't know, you tell me. Was it good? Did it count? You really know if it counts. Did you get there? If you got there, it counts. Okay, so all natural Rebecca, you can delay your humpage and pretend it's Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, any day of the week is a good day for that. But this is a special day. We celebrate Hump Day here at Ray of Light Tarot because we're goofy like that. We're a little awkward and goofy like that, but we have fun. So I want to talk to you guys and just say something. A quick shout out. I have a shout out to do 5 minutes in here. This time last year, this time last year was a very special time in my life. I mean, this time last year was one of probably the happiest times of my life, what was going on in my life. And on a Sunday, right around now, I got up and drove into town to one of the hospitals in our city to meet my niece, Ellie. My niece Ellie was born a year ago. She's a year old, and Uncle Jason wants to send the happiest first birthday wishes to Ellie. I love you so much. You're the sweetest, most beautiful girl ever, including your sister Taylor and my other niece Hannah. But you're all beautiful girls. You're definitely one of the three most beautiful little girls on the planet. There's no doubt about it. and I love you so much. And I also wanted to say, hey, Tay Tay and hey, Webb, I love you guys so much. You are the sweetest kids, and I'm glad you're not mine, but I'm also really grateful that you're my nieces and nephew, and I'm so, so in love with you guys. I'm sorry I didn't get to make it out to the party. I didn't even realize it until after. I was busy, and I'm so sorry. I will never miss another one. But happy birthday. And I hope you live to have many good hump days when you grow up. All right, so guys, we've got a little list going. If we're doing mini readings tonight for Hump Day, and we've got a little list working here. What we've got going on, I've got on my list Candace/Isha. You're here on the top of my list, girlfriend, because you popped your order in early today. And then we've got Valerie, we've got Deborah. There's 3 on the list right now. So if you want to get added to the list and get a mini reading, what I ask of you is a $20 love donation. For those of you who are sort of I've got like my premium clients who send like 25.25. You're welcome to do that. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. You get a little added bonus in your reading. But all I require to get a mini read here while we're live is a $20 love offering. That's the energy exchange that I require to do the work of connecting and giving you guidance. You ask the question, I give you the guidance. Why are my glasses looking crooked here? This is goofy. I mean, they're just reading glasses, but they shouldn't be crooked. Did I step on them or something? All right. Anyway. Anyway. If you want to have a YouTube channel where you talk, you have to have the gift of gab. You have to be a little bit uninhibited, and you have to just kind of think out loud. That's how it works. Thank you, Aisha. Yes, my niece Ellie is the sweetest baby. Oh my God. You meet her and you fall in love. Like she is just, she's, yeah, she's everything. And my nephew Webb, well, I miss working from my dad's company because that was one of the things I loved, especially in the summertime. My sister and brother-in-law would sometimes bring him into work, and he hung out in my cubicle a lot. Just one B. Just one B, Angel. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you've seen him before. I've sent you pictures of me and Webb, Angel. Yeah, that's my boy. He's a cutie. He's a smarty pants, but he's a cutie. All right. Christopher Robin. Anyway, I don't know if you guys got to see this, but I love you, and happy birthday, Ellie. All right, so down to the business, because like I said, we're not here for a long time tonight. We're just going to do a little thing. All right, guys. So yeah, if you want to get if you'd like to get a mini reading, just let me know when you've sent the Cash App, and I'll get you on the list. There's 3 on the list now, and we're going to get started. We're about to get started. I need to burn some Palo Santo. Let me burn a little of this holy wood for you. And what that does, the reason I do it, I can't speak for anyone else. The reason I burn this holy wood, this Palo Santo, is when you burn this, even just without burning it, the smell of this wood is very sweet. Burning it, it's especially a sweet smell, and it's sort of what it is. The properties that it's known to influence are kind of the Hump Day properties. A little bit of love vibing here. No, it brings you into a love vibration. And for me, my intuition is fueled by, and it was awakened and is fueled from my heart space being open. So I got it. You can't always be in that vibration naturally. I know I'm not. People irritate me. But if I burn a little Palo, it gets me there. And you got to get there. So if you're having a personal hump day partner, maybe you should burn a little Palo before you have your personal hump party, guys. Just in time for Valentine's Day. Cupid, pull back your bow and let your arrow flow straight to my lover's heart for me. Hey, Steve YL, what you been up to, man? What you doing, man? All my crystals charged with recent moon. Yeah, that's all. Full moons, guys. Full moons charge those crystals. And I bet the Leo full moon was a great moon to charge the crystals in. I mean, I'm still feeling that Leo full moon energy. I'm loving it, guys. My Venus is in Leo. So I get a little bit during Leo season, full moon in Leo, all that. All right, Candace, is Candace Isha here? Are you here, my girl? Are you up in the chat? I didn't see you. Candace, so what question would you like to ask tonight? Once you put your question up, I'm gonna say an intention. Yeah, that's a great song. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart for me, for me. I walk around singing to myself all day. I'm such an old man. I've become such an old man in my 40s. It's scary. Would this be a good year for my fiance and I to get married and start trying for a baby? I think any time soon would be a good time for two people who love each other to do that. I think that's a beautiful thing, and I love that. I really love that. So I'm not even going to pull a card. No, I'm going to pull cards. But yeah, I think it definitely probably is. But um, no time like the present, guys. You know, guys, here's the thing. Time is of the essence right now. It's good to make plans down the road, but with the things that I feel are happening around us, you probably want to speed your plans up. If you have plans to make with people you love, you might want to kind of put them on the front burner right now. There's a lot happening really soon, and this is the time to really make the most of what you've got. Just saying. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Thank you for allowing me to contact, and thank you for the clear and direct messages. Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, thank you for gathering around me. Ancestors, spirit guides, and archangels protecting my light, my energy, and my vibration. And thank you for allowing me to connect tonight for the purpose of healing guidance. Thank you for the clear and direct messages. All right, so I'm using the Arcanum deck for you, if you don't mind, Isha. Guidance regarding marriage and a baby this year for her. Sort of getting a little bit of the opposite of what I just said. Don't rush anything that's coming through, which is funny, but my guides like to play like that. Yeah, okay, so it definitely, I think you're right there. Like, this is it. I'm not here. I know this. This is not. You know, we're in a public forum. There's a financial aspect to this. Are you aware there's a financial aspect to this that you need to really pay attention to, though? I don't know what it is. Okay, because the Page of Pentacles is here as an overall energy and it's in reverse. That's the only. Nothing's bad here, but there is that, and to me, that feels Pentacles. It's Earth energy, and it can be about a lot of things, but in this situation, it's feeling like be really careful financially because you guys need to be on a real strict budget. And before you make any plans to expand a family or even maybe plan a big wedding, I don't know what size, you really want to budget and maybe spend a good 6 months putting into some other things that need to get caught up. And there's something that needs to be squared away first because this needs to be upright. This is not a bad card at all. Page of Pentacles, I like the energy, but this needs to be upright, Isha, okay? We don't want this in reverse. I don't know why it is, but that's an overall energy. And justice is behind it, also in reverse. So it could have to do, I don't know if it has, it could have, I mean, anything. It can be legal issues. It's also financial issues. Just things are not, they need to be upright. And something's not necessarily like, oh my God, we're in financial dire straits. No, I don't get that feeling at all. But I feel there's a financial aspect. You said yes, and that's what I feel. There's a financial aspect to this that really needs to be addressed before you move forward. Okay. However, when we talk about your question, yeah, this looks really good. You've got the Three of Pentacles. And I tell people all the time, when I get the Three of Pentacles in a love reading, you do, okay. I tell people though all the time, when I get the Three of Pentacles in a love reading, I know it's about building. It's about like, a lot of times it makes me feel like I'm thinking of like a new family, building a home together, you know, starting a life. So this is the first card that came out in answer to your questions. So the answer is yes, this is a great time. And you've got the Fool coming out right beside that. And the Fool does not mean you're acting like a fool. It literally, the Fool is the first card, okay? It's 0. It's the beginning of something. It's actually right when you're about to take a leap of faith and jump off a cliff, but it's about having the faith to do that. So definitely good things are coming, and it's important that you have faith because any major arcana, it's about having faith that things are happening for a reason, that there's a higher power and there's a destiny involved in this, and not everything is just a random sort of like crapshoot. That's not what's happening here. There is a plan. And there are definitely different possibilities within that plan of what can happen. There is a spectrum, right? But it still all falls within a certain plan. So know that. Now, again, we're getting a financial issue here because you have the King of Pentacles, but he also came out what? Reversed. So that's more confirmation about this financial thing. It's not a bad thing. It just needs to be addressed. The King of Pentacles upright is one of the best cards in the deck when it comes to a partner, a relationship. In reverse, it just means there's something that needs to be fixed. There's something that needs to be addressed for this thing to work. Okay, and it needs to be worked on and fixed. And you've got the Eight of Wands coming out right beside this King of Pentacles in reverse. That tells me, right, communication is key in this. This is a situation that can be corrected really pretty easily if both parties involved are willing to do what's necessary. Like I said, a lot of like goal setting, budgeting. And also when I see this Eight of Wands going toward this upside down or reverse King of Pentacles, to me, it's talking about maybe an 8-month period of time to really get on the right track. But it's important to make changes, to make those changes quickly, to be willing to do it, and to sort of have the right attitude about it. So that's the only sticking point that I see in this situation. It's $20 love offering for a mini reading. You can send that to my Cash App. The information is in the description of this video if you would like to. So yeah, that really the only sticking point or the only potential like roadblock or speed bump that I see is some financial stuff that just needs to be righted. And other than that, I think Spirit is definitely saying, yeah, you already know this is destined. And you also know this is what you want. Like this is a part of your heart's desire. And there are definitely two people who want to build something really beautiful together. I love that Three of Pentacles for you. And I also love the Fool coming out beside that. That tells me that you're being sort of called upon to take a leap of faith. And, remember this time. Stop while you're doing these things, and the issues that are there, whatever financial stuff that is, that's nothing. That's nothing to worry about. This is a time in your life that you want to really stop and pay attention, because the happiness and the experiences that you're going through right now, they're the ones you're going to want to look back on someday to really fuel the future. This is a really special time in your life as you do these things. So really stop in the middle of these things and think of how happy you really are. Don't just go through it like a bulldozer. Okay. Thank you, Isha. Good luck. Next is Valerie. You're welcome. Yeah, I like the way those cards came out. Valerie is next. Thank you for putting that up, Rebecca. Yeah, $20 to Cash App RayofLightTarot $sign. Thank you, Kim. You're very sweet. What's going on with your Aries? Well, before I go into the read, I'll tell you what's going on. I'm about to do, I'm on the verge of doing a Pisces reading, and then I've got Aries, and I start sort of thinking about the energies at different times through the day when I talk to friends who have a lot of those certain signs. And Aries, what Aries is doing is same thing they've been doing for like the past year. They're trying to make money. That's a lot of the thing. Aries is, and it may not be like, oh, this person's at work trying to make money, but there's a financial aspect that a lot of Aries are dealing with. Well, everyone is, but specifically Aries. Aries is a sign that doesn't like financial struggle. Because Aries, that Emperor energy, that energy of that energy of going after what you want. Aries is a sign that knows what they want and they go after what they want. Okay? A person like that doesn't like being frustrated in any sector of life, but financially is almost like an offense to their sensibilities. Okay, when an Aries struggles financially, they're not happy. An Aries cannot be happy when their material world is not, somewhat centered or at least, under control. I don't know if that's your person's going through that, but that's what I notice with a lot of Aries right now. It's not that they're not in finance. Everyone's at different places, but most are focused on that and on keeping that on track. What is going on with yours? We shall see. Thank you, Rebecca. That's very sweet. Yeah, I will say, compared, as things go, I am more connected right now and the past few weeks than I've been in months. And so I'm very happy and grateful for that, because I went through a real struggle. Scorpio season, well, really the middle of October and on, I was struggling. It just got worse and worse. But I've really come out of that nicely recently, and I'm so, so grateful, so grateful. Uh-oh, watch out, Kim. What's the guidance? What does Valerie need to know about her Aries? What's going on there? What does she need to know? Oh, Valerie, your Aries is grieving. Your Aries is grieving a loss. What happened? Your Aries is really sad and grieving something. This makes me feel bad. So the Five of Cups, the Five of Cups, a lot of time, and see, the thing about this card, I felt right when it came out, I was like, ooh, I feel that. His mom died. Oh, man. Well, this loss is painful. I mean, sometimes I'll see, it's weird. You know, the Five of Cups is about perspective. You've got the three cups spilled, and then there's those two still standing. So it's about what are you choosing? So there is that aspect of it that he needs to choose to come through this and focus on things sometimes shift his focus to what remains in life. But sometimes the card, because it is about perspective, it's funny because when I look at the card, when it flew out, like just now, I felt a terrible pain. Sometimes I'll look at the card and it doesn't feel that bad. It feels like, okay, this person just is feeling sorry for themselves, or this person needs to shift their perspective. No, this person's in a real bad place. Service this Saturday. Yeah, I mean, I knew there was some kind of grieving and loss right away. I mean, it didn't feel like it normally feels. This felt heavy. So yes, so sorry for his loss or her loss. We don't go gender specific here, but whatever happened to, you said his mom, so whatever happened to his mom, whatever she went through, I'm sorry about the passing. I will say, you know, once the passing happens though, that's lucky for the person who's passed, and we're the ones left kind of to grieve. But as long as they're no longer suffering or there's no physical stuff anymore, that's, you know, this feels like someone who's in a dark place, but it does feel like a lot of it is grief. And you can't, you know, you got to expect that. Boy, if your Aries knew what was coming though, he would be so happy. I don't know if there's an inheritance factor here or a life insurance policy, or if it has nothing to do with the loss, but there's money, honey, coming in. And like I just talked about for Aries, financial issues can either make or break in Aries. And this Aries, your Aries specifically, Valerie, has good things coming in financially. You've got the Ace of Swords, you've got the King of Pentacles upright, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you've got the Six of Wands. That's a card of victory. So let your Aries know you're really sorry for this loss, of course, but things are about to get real nice as far as material comforts. I don't know if it's even maybe he's not getting an inheritance from his mother at all. There's something coming though. There's something beautiful coming. Really good energy. I love the Ace of Swords coming out right after this Five of Cups. This tells me that, you know, it doesn't mean the grieving ends here, but there's a feeling of freedom. And you know, JFK Jr., I remember when Jackie Kennedy, his mother, Kennedy Onassis, when the former First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy died of cancer, uh, she was pretty young. She was in her 60s, mid 60s. Her son, John F. Kennedy Jr., confided to some people and said, I think in an interview or something, that of course it's sad and it's such a loss and kind of macabre to lose your parents. But at the same time, as a child losing a parent, there is a certain degree, there's another side to that coin. And on the other hand, there's a certain new type of freedom you experience as a human being when you don't have a parent. There's no person you're not a child at all anymore. Because even as adults, when we have a parent still, we're still a child to someone, right? And we can be a child to our mom or our dad. When they're gone, he said, you know, you do experience a different type of freedom than you've ever experienced. And that's what this feels like to me. It's a new experience for this person. Yeah, there's a new experience coming in for them that involves, you know, those eagles to me always represent freedom. And it's not like, oh, yay, mom's gone, I'm going to party. No, not at all. Like I said, of course there's that sadness, but there is also another part to it where you start to experience life from a different perspective because you don't have a parent to go to for advice, for help, to feel like a loved child anymore. So there is that aspect to it, and that's the universe handing this thing. And the reason that we go through those things, I think, is because you have to have something to look forward to and to cling to and to experience new, even through something that you're grieving, to sort of give you something to hold on to. And with this King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, I mean, there's no denying there's some type of It feels very connected to monetary, financial things. Whatever it is, there is a newfound sense of well-being, material comforts, and this is good stuff. Ten of Pentacles could even be the relationship between the two of you because we are asking from your perspective what's going on. So this is showing he comes out as the King of Pentacles. This is good. Like this is what you want your soulmate, your person to be. Everybody wants the King of Pentacles as their partner. Someone reliable, someone who loves you and who you can count on and who's going to provide and be there. But you can have, guys, if you want that, you have to be that too. You have to be that person who's there and reliable and stable. You know, you can't just expect your partner to be that and for you to be a wild banshee that isn't loyal. You know, you have to both be those people for each other. And that's a beautiful thing. And I love this for you guys. So that's special. Yeah, the Six of Wands. There's victory for this person. So let them know the grieving's ending and it's going to come to a really nice sort of crescendo as this year unfolds. Yes, no one replaces our parents, but we know we have to let them go so that they are free. They find peace. Yeah, absolutely. All right. I don't know if anyone else has gotten a reading, but we have one more on the list for now, which is Deborah. Deborah's on the list. You are most welcome, Valerie. Not much, Lady Love. Nice to see you. We're just doing some mini readings here by donation. I'm lost. I just landed here for some universe messages, I guess. Okay, Mary. Yeah, if anyone wants to get added to the list, I'm doing my last mini reading right now. So I don't have anyone else on the list. The list is open. You can get on the list, but I'm only going to be on for about probably 10 or 15 more minutes. So if anyone wants to, now's the time. $20 to Cash App, $RayofLightTarot. My step-grandfather gave me some money to help me pay some debt so that I can buy a house. He didn't want to tell my mom, and she found out today. I think she is mad. How will this work out? Eesh, that's sticky, isn't it? Is she mad that she wasn't told, or is she mad that it happened, or both? She's probably more mad just that she wasn't told. Talking about her inheritance. Well, where is her inheritance? Isn't her inheritance supposed to go to you? So what's the... Thank you, Kim. Wanted to tell her. You're right. Oh, sorry for your loss, Mary. Right. Right, Deborah. That's interesting. I'm just kind of shuffling right now as we kind of talk about just getting a feel for the situation. But here's the thing. I think just what I'm getting without even looking at any cards, these type of situations when you're, thank you, Shannon, I'll get you next. With these type of situations when you're dealing with family and the dynamics of generations and the mom and the father, and then that's your grandfather. Uh, you're gorgeous. No disrespect. Thank you. No disrespect. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my God, you are so sweet. Thank you. Okay, Mexica Moreno, we will get you added to the list. She's like, you're gorgeous. No disrespect. Girl, no disrespect taken. Very appreciated. I do date men, so I apologize that we can't, take it any further, but I appreciate the compliment. Right, Valerie. Thank you. Thank you, Valerie. That's what it comes down to. Maybe your inheritance, honey, but guess what? That person's still alive and it's the money they earned. They can decide what to do with it. And it's not your inheritance until they're gone and it's whatever's left. So I feel like when you're counting on an inheritance from someone, and I understand that because, I come from a family that's established and is not hurting, never has been hurting. I understand that, but at the same time, it's so wrong to me. It's so wrong to dip to. I feel like we all need to be self-made, you know, And if you're thinking about, oh, when so and so dies, I'll get this, thank God. That is not a way to live. If that's there and that's coming when so and so dies, great. That's a great thing. How about until then you focus on how you can go out and make your own money? Like, damn, people, go make your own damn life. I just hate that. I think when someone says, "You're spending my inheritance," oh, F you. No, I'm not. Like that's so wrong. And I'm sorry, mom, if your mom ever saw me saying this, that's really mean, but no. That's not her inheritance he's spending. That's his money he's spending, and he's helping his granddaughter, and that's his right. People need to stop counting their chickens before they hatch, for one thing. Go get your own chickens, you know? All right, let's find out what's going on. What's the likely outcome to this situation? Sorry, that got me a little heated. Yeah, wow. So here's the thing. This is a complicated situation. Wow. Justice upright. You're coming out as the Queen of Swords in this. So you're being guided, Deborah. You know, you've got to consider this. You have recently experienced basically a spiritual awakening or reawakening. And you're being called, everything that happens from that point on, you kind of know you're supposed to. Okay, let me know again. Once I do this reading, I'm gonna ask, and everyone put it up, and I'm gonna fix the list. Um, you're being called to view this on spiritual terms, and what I mean by that is you need to kind of step out of the situation and the emotions that you're feeling, and go, okay, what are the lessons I'm supposed to learn in this? And what are the lessons my mom's supposed to learn in this? What are the lessons my grandfather's supposed to learn in this? What are the lessons all around? You know what I mean? And so with the Queen of Swords energy, don't hold back. I mean, you don't want to be hurtful to someone, and never seek to, like, be cruel, but be brutally honest. That's the Queen of Swords. I would describe her as brutally honest. She's not with the bullshit, and she's not with, giving someone lip service. No. So either remain quiet or speak the truth in this situation. That's what you're being called to do. Your grandfather comes out as the Emperor in reverse, which is not a good energy. I think this is causing him a lot of stress now. And so it's really unfortunate, because I think he wanted to do a kind thing for his granddaughter. And now he's in a position where he's being made to feel bad. And I don't know your mother, but I get the feeling that this is not fair. And she's not really coming through in this. She comes through as the Hermit energy. I don't know if she has Virgo in her chart, or if this is talking about her being very critical. Because I know as a Virgo, the sign can represent us, and we can be. That's a fault. It is a fault of Virgo as perfectionists to be critical. Yeah, it's bothering him. I mean, he's in the Emperor reversed. I don't think he regrets helping you. I think what's bothering him is he didn't want her to know, and however she found out, he didn't. He knows he didn't handle something right. The Emperor in reverse is there. The Hermit could also be representing he or she going into a mode of silence and not really speaking a lot. I don't know for sure, but the good news is this. Here's the good news. Uh, yeah, here's the good news. Justice is upright. Justice is the major arcana here that I'm looking at more than the Hermit or the Emperor in reverse, but those are all three here. I mean, this is, like I said, that the fact that you've got three major arcana and one in reverse for this situation, that as a reader as someone who reads the energies in these cards, that's a lot. Like, for me, this is a lot of energy between three people. Now, the Three of Pentacles is also in reverse here. I think you need to so what that means to me, given the situation, is that you three are not all in a good place right now. You're not on the way there. The Nine of Cups is also reversed, and that's wish fulfillment. So nobody's really getting what they want in this situation. I think you're in a place where, although you may have really needed that help and you appreciated it, it kind of is ruining it for you, because your mom's not talking to you, and you're like, geez, so everything's kind of a mess. What I do see is the Two of Pentacles means someone here is taking on the burden of others. Are you the empathic one in the family? If you're the empathic one in the family, then that means you've got probably some slightly so some other people in your family who maybe aren't so sensitive. A lot of times that happens in families. One person may be empathic, and other people around them can tend to be very insensitive. So be careful with that, because when that type of thing happens, you're going to bear a lot of burden that you don't need to bear. And what you need to do, you can't stop being who you are, right? You can't stop being an empathic person who feels a lot and absorbs other people's energy. But what you can do is on a daily basis, protect your energy, do your meditations, set up a shield around you, clearly set your intentions so that when you go out into the world, when you interact with people who maybe aren't so sensitive, you're protected enough that it's going to get in. Things are going to seep through, but it won't kill you. It won't bring you down. It won't feel like heaviness on your shoulders, because I know that feeling. The good thing about a lot of these cards that are in reverse, they're not terrible cards. Some of them are really good cards when they're upright, and they're here in reverse. They're going to be upright at some point. That's what I feel about this situation. They're going to be upright. So you asked, how is this going to work out? I think it's going to work out well. Like I said, I feel like this is almost like a spiritual opportunity for some lessons to be learned. All you can really do is focus on what's the lesson for you in this? Is the lesson to nip it in the bud when somebody wants to go behind someone else's back and say to them, although I appreciate your help, I feel we need to be open and honest and tell everyone involved the same, whatever it is, even if they think they shouldn't be involved? What's the lesson? I don't know if that's the lesson. I'm just saying that's an example. Whatever the lesson is, get it, got it, good, and move on. Don't stay in this energy, because this feels like an energy that could really bring you down. But as long as you're doing that Queen of Swords stuff, you'll be okay, because it won't really affect you in a heart space area. You're gonna get a little irritated maybe and mentally frustrated. The Queen of Swords could get frustrated because she's logical and she wants everyone else to be logical. And when other people are angry, see, a lot of people that aren't the people that surround an empath, a lot of times when they get emotional, it's not the heart space stuff. They get emotional when they're angry, when they're angry, when they want to fight. So that can be very painful. Just be careful about that. You stay in the logic, you stay in the communication, you stay in speaking the truth and shielding yourself from the rest. But everything's going to work out really good. I think you can't help whether other people get their lessons or not. Just get yours. But it will get better. It will get better. He's the emperor. He's going to come up right again, and he'll be cool. He's got a lot of protection around him, I feel. So it's all good. Okay, so I know after Deborah, good luck, Deborah, with that. I know after Deborah, I had Shannon. Who else do I have after Shannon? There were a couple people who were talking that they had sent. Let me see. I'm going to try to get you on here in order. If I don't get mad at me. That's just the way life goes. Okay, Mexicana Morena. Mexicana Morena. I got you, girl. And then who else? Erica. Why? My pens are all running out of ink at the same time. It's like a conspiracy, I swear. All my pens are running out of ink at the same time. It's a freaking conspiracy, bro. Erica Koger. And then there was one more after Erica, I believe. Lotus Vine. Okay. Lotus Vine. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, the pen's running out of ink. It's all good. I found one that works. It's not a conspiracy. I was just being dramatic, as I have the tendency to be, just for a joke. Them's just jokes, baby. Okay, so Shannon, what's your question, girl? Lay it on me. Where did Angel go? I want Angel to be here and talk to me. What's your question, Shannon? I'm here. Hey, Angel's here. Good. Yeah, I know it's okay. Okay, good. Good. Angel's here. Oops, I lost my question. Shannon. Okay, Shannon and I already are connected. She was in my 6-week course that Jai and I recently did. So I'm going to get on to you about losing your question. I've been burdened and tired. I'm ending a cycle and excited for the next one. Messages the Spirit have for me. Got you. Pardon me while I puff. I started puffing again for fun. All right. During Scorpio season, actually, is when I started puffing again on my vape. No, I won't stop. Don't tell me what to do. How about that, Kim? Don't tell me what to do. I always say that to people. Don't tell me what to do. People who know me well know that, like, anytime they try to give me any kind of advice, that's my, if they say it in a way that's telling me what to do, they know they're going to get that from me. Don't tell me what to do. It's almost like my auto response. Where do I go to pay? You would want to, if you don't already have the Cash App on your mobile device, download Cash App, and I am payable there at $RayofLightTarot. It's all one word. And if you don't have it or you don't want to download it, that's okay, don't. We're all good. I love you too. What does Shannon need to know, guys? What's going on? Whoa. Why are you, Shannon? Can I ask you a question, sweetie? Can I ask you a question, Shannon? Why are you avoiding moving on from something? What's going on there? Why are you avoiding moving on from something? What's this all about? Why are you doing this to yourself? I don't understand. What's your excuse? Because let me tell you this. Here's the thing, Shannon. You're grieving. You're sitting here in this mode. You're in a cycle. You're cycling. Right. Okay. You're sitting here cycling. You're grieving, clearly. I don't know what you're grieving, but whatever you're grieving, you're holding on to. And what the cards are saying the reason they say you're holding on to it is out of ego. It's something inside yourself. It's not about another person or another thing. There's something inside yourself, and it's an ego. It's a place of ego. And guys, you all have this. All of us have this problem at times. So don't think she's any different than any of us. This is a human problem we deal with, where somehow something that's going on in our life is in our mind and heart, it's such a reflection on us that we can't let it go, even though we know we need to, because we feel like on some level, if we let it go, it means we aren't good enough, or we aren't. What does that mean, Kim? Kim has said a couple times, Shannon, you are pink. And I think I'm getting the feeling that there's actually something that you need to hear about that too. What does that mean, Kim, to you that she's pink, like her aura or whatever? What is that telling you? Because I think that's actually a part of this. There's a place in you, and it probably is very much an inner child place that's very protected, that can't let go of something. Yes, you're so good enough and so worthy. And F anybody that makes you feel like you're not, especially if they're trying to. Because there are people out there, I've experienced it. There are people out there that actually want to make you feel that way. They do things purposely to make you feel that way. There are jealous people. It's a soulmate. I know he was here for a reason, but I wanted more. I feel wounded. I understand that. I've been in your shoes, but at the same time, that is a lie you're telling yourself. This card, what I got when I saw this card, that's why I came down a little hard on you, because it's nothing like Valerie's person who was grieving the loss. Remember, I said, what is this person grieving? They've lost something for Valerie's person. But with you, when I saw this, I said, what are you not letting go of? You're choosing this. You are choosing this. Yes, she does have a playful aura, Kim, and almost all the time. But she's choosing to stay in a state of loss and grief over something that is not worth her time. And I'm going to tell you guys, let me tell you something about soulmates. And I know, listen, the only reason I even stick with soulmate readings is because so many people love them. I'll tell you, so many people love them. And it's the thing, like that soulmate, that twin soul dynamic, that's what woke me up. That's what had my awakening, and my intuition is so attached to being in that sort of love heart space. But I'll tell you, I don't give a damn about those connections anymore. That is the most, I mean, not that I don't care about the people that I have this, but that's not my focus, and that should not be yours, because you can have a soulmate that could be a narcissist, but they came in to teach you a lesson, and you could love them the same way you would love somebody who was a twin soul and feel similarly. So things can fool you. So what does that tell me? What I've learned? It means don't focus on any of that. Always hold the mirror up and see how it actually affects you, and grow from that. Let those other people fall away if they can't be a part of your life and grow with you. And I just decided to go on vacation. I did a new start. I need to let go. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, soulmate, shimolmate. It doesn't matter who this person was or is. Whatever this person has meant to you, that's beautiful. thank them for the beauty they brought to your life. Thank them for the moment. Thank them for the love. Thank them for the great moments you shared where they were brave enough to really be open-hearted in the moment. And whatever they can't right now, whatever has caused this person to shut down on you and hold back or run from you, you're just standing there holding the ball and there's nothing to hold it for. That's what I've got. And here's the thing. The only reason with these two cards that a person would be in that state is because on some level, it's actually, this is what you've got to get, because this is big. I promise you, this is real, this is accurate, and this is big. This is not actually about that person. You think it is. And it does. I've been there. It feels like it is kind of. What it's actually about is something inside you that's what it, like you said, what did you say? You said, you feel wounded, right? You feel wounded. And that thing, was it Kim? Somebody said, you're good enough. It's about you for some reason. And it's funny because that person probably isn't even worthy of you. They're probably not even worthy of you. But something inside you, because of the way they behaved, made you start to question yourself. But they're the one with the real problem, not you. I promise you. I can feel it. They're the one with the real deficiency. They're the one with the real damage. While you're wondering what you're not providing, that person's actually that's running from you is wondering what the hell's wrong with them, and they've been wondering that for most of their life. Okay. Yeah, they're not worthy. You are. You've got something beautiful trying to come in, but the blocking is that Knight of Wands who's not. There's a Knight of Wands being held by a string that really just wants to leave. And you've got this Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man is here. He came out sideways, but the Devil's sideways too. You've got a lot of things, like you said, see, you're aware. There's a lot of shifting of cycles here. A lot of things are moving in, things are moving out, right? A lot's happening here. And so I really get the sense, the main thing you've got to focus on this, it's not easy, but it's not easy, but it's simple. It's simple. It just requires the will and the effort. You've got to focus on those two cups that are standing in life, and they don't have to do with another person. Like when we see the Two of Cups, it's like a soulmate connection. No, we're not talking about that here. I'm saying there's 5 cups in your life. 3 are spilled, 2 remain standing. What are the 2 things in your life that you can focus on that are really good right now, and you know it? The things that excite you, the things that are actually tangible that you can hold on to, Shannon, because you deserve to be focusing on those. Because when you start, here's the trick that a lot of people I know this trick, but it's like they're just either too dumb or they're too stubborn to use it. If you focus on those things in your life that are really good and you put all your energy into that, that's when your life gets better. Like, people spend so much time trying to fix their problems. You don't focus on fixing your weaknesses. You focus on improving your strengths. That's how guys, trust me, that's how you get better in life. Focus on improving your strengths and playing on them. And don't worry about your weaknesses. We all have them. We all have them. We're not perfect. We never will be. Focus on the strengths. Stop taking courses and classes and focusing on healing the things that are broken. No, they're fine. Just forget them. Focus on the things that you're good at. Focus on your strengths. Focus on what makes you superhuman. What's your superpower? Focus on perfecting your superpower. Forget about your weaknesses. Forget about the kryptonite. All Superman did was avoid kryptonite, right? Think about that. Whatever is kryptonite in your life, you don't want to go and deal with it and fix it and, no, just get away from it. Focus on the stuff you're good at and perfecting that, and nobody can touch you. It doesn't mean you're not denying your faults or, your weaknesses. No, you're just trying to get by in life, right? We all have gifts. So and you're not only, no, more than that. Yes, I agree. Love and compassion are a couple of your real superpowers. Not only that, Shannon, like me, you have the gift of channeling that love and compassion into messages. I've seen you do it. I've seen you channel that into messages for us, right? In our group that took our course that Jai and I did. I've seen you channel that into real value for other people. Focus on doing that. Forget about this idiot who I'm sure that it's a lovely person. I'm sure you do have a soul connection, and be thankful for whatever it was, is even, and maybe always will be. Forget about it though. Not even worth your time. Keep it moving. Like, just keep it moving, boo. Trust me, that is real talk right now. Me too. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, we can all really take that, to heart. But myself included. I was preaching to the choir right here. All right, so what next is Mexicana Morena. Moreno. What is it? Mexicana? Thank you, Aisha. I really got to get moving, guys. We're almost at an hour, and I didn't plan to be on this long because I want to get another of one of my personal readings done before I go to bed. What's your question? I always end up being on here longer than I intend to. Would you like the list to be closed? All natural, Rebecca. Thanks for looking out for me, and I think you're right. Let's close that list. Good looking out. I just want to know about the love. I'm a Libra, he's a Virgo. Ooh, that's an interesting dynamic. Libras and Virgos, I think that's cool. Like, it's a great friendship energy for sure. I'm happy to have hijacked your night. Love it. You guys are, there's something you're trying to bring to a completion. There's a cycle you're trying to complete. A lot of transformation happening, but there's a hold up here. There's some kind of delay. Ooh. You need to watch your thoughts. What are you doing with your thoughts? You've got to watch your thoughts. You have a tendency, and I know I don't know you, but I'm pretty connected right now. You have a tendency within yourself and in your solitude, to go into some negative thoughts of fear, like, instead of positive thoughts. That's a real tendency you have. That's coming through very strongly with the Eight of Swords. Worry. And this can happen in families. Sometimes we'll inherit that from a mother or a grandmother or a father or grandfather. Right. We can inherit this tendency to, even if we don't have trust issues or we haven't been damaged by something, we can actually inherit a tendency to expect the worst, or to, yeah, right. A lot of Five of Wands energy too. What you want to do is, you've got to write down positive affirmations. You've got to start forcing yourself. I mean, force yourself. I don't care if you don't want to do it. I don't care if you feel like it's not going to work. Just trust me for a minute. Call me crazy in a month after it doesn't work for you, but do it for 30 days, and then you earn the right to call me crazy when it doesn't work, because I think I'll prove you wrong. For 30 days, do nothing but say positive mantras out loud. Do nothing but say thank you, and force yourself to look at the good things in your life and forget about the bad. It's all about this. It's like when we get into these readings, there are things that come through, but really it does a lot of times come down to the same basic tenet, which is we have so much more power than we realize, guys, as human beings. And it's the power of thought and focus, where you choose to put your focus and your energy. And this is telling me that you're making a very critical but common mistake. You're doing a little bit of pessimism. You may not be a person that people think of as negative. You're probably not. You're probably a really fun person. But within yourself, in your heart of hearts and in the silence, you're worrying too much, and you're speaking negativity to yourself, and you're doing the irrational thinking and believing your own lies about yourself, or believing other people's lies about you. Other people can really make you feel good about yourself, right? No. You've got to tell yourself, I'm not, but I do within myself. Right. You've got to tell yourself, I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am loving, and I am loved. I deserve love. You've got to start speaking these things to yourself, because if you don't do it, nobody else will for very long. They might come in and do it for a minute, but nobody will stick around doing it if you're not doing it for yourself. I promise you that. I promise you. You've got the World here in reverse and the Star. So what's going on with your Virgo? I don't know. These are both major arcanas. They're both in reverse, though, and they both represent, to me, like, The conclusion of a transformation, a happy ending, a happy ending, something really coming to a nice, uh, the star upright can represent wishes coming true. Really, it's a lot of things. There's some Aquarius energy here, which is interesting. We're wrapping up Aquarius season right now, and well, we're in the midst of it really, but there's some Aquarius energy here, and this relationship needs goosebumps again. There's something missing here, and I don't know. It's not communication. I think it's honest communication. There's a piece missing. Um, Maybe this isn't the end all for you. Maybe this isn't going to be a lifetime person, but maybe it could be, maybe not. But there's a dimension missing to this, and it has to do with some real heartfelt communication about what that spark. Uh, but it doesn't mean what has to happen for you is shift it to the shift it to the yeah shift it to expect good things. You don't want to have expectations of a person or of certain outcome, but you should always expect good things over bad, right? Bringing it, you want to just change, you've got to shift your perspective. Doesn't mean this relationship's going to suddenly be perfect when you shift your perspective, but a lot of other things in your life are going to even, become more important and get better because you're really within yourself feeling very trapped. Like you don't feel like you can do, this is a horrible. I felt this way for a lot of the winter. I have felt this way much of the time, and yeah, I mean, I know why I was doing it to myself, but it's hard not to sometimes. We all do this. You've got to shift that energy. And maybe you have been let down, but that's a temporary thing, not a permanent thing. Your internal viewpoint is looking at it like it's permanent. It's temporary. Those major arcanas are about to shift. They're going to become upright. That star is going to be upright soon. That's a beautiful card upright. This is good things. This is wishes coming true. This could be, public recognition and feeling like, and people acknowledging that a job well done. It could be you and your Virgo being, acknowledging each other in beautiful ways, or them acknowledging you. It's good things all around, and they're coming in, and something's coming to a very nice and happy ending, but it's just not there yet. And right now, there's a lot missing. You've really got to shift, but you only have control over one thing, and that's you and your thoughts. Your thoughts are going to create your feelings. I don't think you should do anything right now. I wouldn't make any decision until if I were you, commit to spending 10 days shifting your own perspective and thoughts. And every time you start to think negativity and about how things are and how you feel let down, you choose to think another thought and to choose to be grateful for something else, even if it has nothing to do with that. Do that for 10 days and then see how you feel about that too. Right? You're thinking about other things and shifting the focus, but in 10 days of doing that, then go back and look at that situation and see, do I still feel like I want to move on? Do I still feel, and why? That's the thing I would do first. Because right now, with you in that Eight of Swords energy where you're feeling so just down, and you can't really make decisions that are good in this energy. You've got to deal with that first. Get out of the mental prison first. Because when you're like this, you can end a relationship, you can change jobs, but you're still going to feel this way. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not going to do you any good until you get out of this first. Okay, so that's what comes through with that card is you got to get out of that energy first and then deal with the other stuff. No, so all right. Thank you, Mexicana. Next is Erica. Erica K. Feeling a little lost lately. Would love any advice Spirit has for me, especially in regards to connection with my Gemini, but pretty much. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome very much, Marina. Gemini. What's up, Gemini? What guidance do you have for Erica regarding her Gemini and in general, spiritually? What does she need to know? What does her focus need to be? Ooh, wow. Ten of Pentacles just really flew right out in my face. You have got some really good things coming for you. I don't know if this about the Gemini. You've got the Ten of Pentacles, yeah, really nice is right. The Ten of Pentacles is such a cool card. In this deck, you can see they're laid out in the form of like the Kabbalah, Tree of Life in the Kabbalah, right? Um, I love that Kabbalah Tree of Life. This is saying that, you've earned this, or spiritually, this is part of your destiny, that you're about to come into some real happiness, some real good things, some endurance. And it's coming from like endurance and like I almost feel like it's like you're being rewarded for having been patient. You're being rewarded for having dealt with a lot that maybe wasn't fair, but that you made the best of. I'm not sure what that's about. What's going on here? Um, I don't know if if you have had someone very close to you suffering from some kind of addiction issues or substance abuse. Is that what that is? It's coming through as like addiction, substance abuse. Someone maybe drinks way too much, drank way too much. There's something that you are being, I don't know, whatever this is or was. Uh, it's like you're being sort of rewarded for something. I don't know. Why is the magician in reverse though? What is this? Strength is in reverse too. If you're dealing with anything right now that's a tough situation, or you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by something like that has to do somewhere in that arena, just know this card came out first, that you're being told that you keep your eye on the prize because there's really good things around the corner. So there's some energy of frustration, and yeah, God, the two great cards are in reverse and the devil's upright, as is the Seven of Cups. This is definitely some kind of overindulgence. Um, the problem here is there's someone, it could be someone in your soul connection or someone connected to one of you, that's really dragging this energy down with some kind of either substance abuse or drinking way too much, or it just feels like excess, and it's not a good thing. It's dangerous because there's with the magician and the strength card here, spirit's trying to get some major things done. Apparently you want some major things to happen here, but there's something's invading the spirit. Something physical that's not good for you or someone around you is invading the spirit ability. I have to tell, this is important. You've got to know this. If it's you or someone near you, there is something physical, whether it's like someone drinking too much or something physical, is actually hindering spirit's ability to operate in your life or around you. And that's dangerous. This is not good. I hope you know what this is so you can get them, like, talk to us, do something, whatever it is, because this is bad. Um, for me, what this felt like, at first I thought it was about a reward. The thing you need to realize is, yeah, this person, she does drink a lot. Okay, she needs to be, here's the thing. This is actually hindering your soul connection. We talk about like the areas where the spirit and the flesh are at odds. I mean, we're talking about a big problem here. Not only are they at odds, the flesh is winning out over the spirit here. And it feels really dark. It's scaring me a little bit. The Ten of Pentacles is here, upright. So it's really good. Like, this is here. This is a desired outcome, and it's here. It's within reach. But this is dangerous, and it's getting darker, and it's causing the Strength card to be in reverse. It's causing the Magician card to be in reverse, which means your manifestations together are non-existent. There is no manifesting together. You can't manifest anything like this. And the balance between masculine and feminine energies that exist, doesn't matter if it's two men, like my relationships would be, two women. It doesn't matter. This energy is about the divine, the universal balance of masculine and feminine, and it's out of balance. And it's not because of that. It's because of this physical overindulgence being a real problem. So please, if you can help this person deal with this, that's got to be the first step. Because like I said, what I feel here, it feels bad in my stomach. It's making me feel nervous, and a little bit of anxiety. What I get from this is that this is literally, and that's the dangerous thing, this is literally a hindrance to the soul, a hindrance to the spirit at work. When you get that happening, and I had that happening a lot because of my own relapses, tendency toward addiction, it's dangerous for everybody involved. So just be aware of that, okay? Please be aware of that and do whatever you can do, because let's look at the good side real quick. The good side is the Magician and the Strength card. that are both in reverse. Those are two really amazing major arcanas. And when they get, if you can bring those into the upright, what that's going to mean for you guys is that you're going to start manifesting some amazing things. The magician has the ability to get things done, right? Like a champ, like a boss. The strength card upright, that's a balance between you two spiritually. So when you've got the strength card upright, the energy's flowing nicely in that infinity symbol. It's just flowing between you, really cool, and you're able to really start bringing some real abundance in. Bring the Ten of Pentacles in. Go out and get work done together that's not only helping you in your relationship, but is helping affect the world in a positive way. That's good stuff. So it's there, the possibility is there, but something's got to be done, okay, about that area. Thank you, Erica, and I wish you the best in this. I know what it's like to be in that kind of situation because I did it to myself for a long time. I mean, relapses, everything else, it's a mess. It's not good. No bueno. Lotus, you're next. Lotus Vine. Thank you. Am I on the right track? Am I walking away from love? Also, I respect and appreciate. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the respect and the appreciation, and I appreciate you and respect you back. Thank you. Am I on the right track? Am I walking away from love? That's an interesting question, and let's see what comes up. Yes, Shandy. The list is closed for tonight. Is Lotus on the right track? Walking away from love. No, I don't think you're walking away from love, but I'm wondering if maybe you should. We've got some interesting stuff coming out here. Page of Swords represents sort of, some people call this like the stalker card. No, I don't think of it as stalking. I mean, sometimes I do. I guess once in a while I do get that feeling from it, but not right now. I feel like there's definitely someone kind of keeping an eye on things. What's going on here? I don't understand. There's also a decision that needs to be made. Yeah, third party. I didn't get that from this, but that doesn't surprise me because this is not a healthy situation, that's for sure. Two of Swords. Somebody, I don't know if this is you. Yeah, it's feeling like it's you, Lotus. You've got to make a decision here. Don't be afraid to walk away because look, the full moon is showing you're blind with the blindfold on this person sort of reveals to me there's something you have to see a little more clearly. And even though you're aware of something, maybe we can be aware of something and not see it, at the same time. So it's almost like you're still not seeing something quite truthfully. Like you can know something about a situation and take one stance and think, oh, that person's this, I'm staying away from that person. But maybe you're not being heartfelt honest and going, oh, well, the truth is that's my heart. This is what I really want. And they want me. And it's just love. And I actually should have gone away from this other person. That's what was causing my actual frustration and anger was that person that I'm staring at every night in my bed. Who knows who the real, you've got to look at the truth. Stop blindfolding yourself because it's safe and it's convenient to stick it out or do whatever. You've got to get courage. No cowards in this game. Courage. Not necessarily to walk away. I don't know what the courage is to do, but to do something because there's been a lot of deception here. You've got the Seven of Swords in reverse as the overall energy. There's been a lot of deception here and there needs to be an end to this. That's the energy here. These lies have got to go because Seven of Swords is someone who not only is deceiving, but they don't even care. A lot of times this person doesn't even care that they're deceiving someone. So I don't like that energy. And then you do have the King of Swords here. That can be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. It's not a bad energy. King of Swords upright. This is someone who could be very intelligent, very tactical, very strong. Also, though, if you're looking for emotional kindness from someone and maybe romantic energy, that's not coming from this person. Not because they're a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It has nothing to do with the sign. This energy, though, that we're looking at here in this card is not an energy of someone who is trying to be romantic and loving and kind. They're being very tactical. They're working from a place of almost like mental authority, which feels really weird to me. It doesn't feel right. I would say, yeah, whatever you're needing to walk away from, you know it already. So the question is, You asked, am I walking away? Are you? I'm asking you back. Are you walking away? Because I wouldn't want to sit in this energy. This would feel, to me, sitting in this energy would feel worse than anything. Doing something to change this is what has to happen. Whether it's walking away, running closer, something. I know it's tough and it's rough and it's not fun, but he might be lying a bit too. Someone is lying. I think you've lied to yourself some too. I have to be honest, because that Seven of Swords feels like there's swords going all around. So don't lie to yourself. Please don't lie to yourself. It doesn't do you any good, you know. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you, like I don't like giving people bad news, but I got to tell you what cards I see, and those cards were telling me you got to know, like she needs to know that to make a decision. Bring down a sword. The Two of Swords with those arms crossed is like someone blocking, making a choice, and it's not about what choice you make. Sometimes it's just about making a choice. You know what I mean? It's about bringing down one of those swords. Do what you do. Like, you don't have to leave. You don't have to stay. Do something. Make a firm decision and stick with it, and don't be afraid. The more courageous you are, the more you step into that place of courage and out of fear, the more spirit is going to bless you. I'm telling you, yeah, I'm out. I like that. I felt that. When I read that, I felt I could feel you mean that. And so I'm telling you, when we step into a place, when we take that leap of faith and we step into courage and stop being a coward about something and make a real choice that is heart-based, Spirit meets us there and blesses us, okay? So do that and you'll be okay. Was there someone else that I forgot to add to the list? I thought there was one more person that was saying they made a payment and I missed them. Who did I miss? It was, who was it? Yes, good luck to you, Lotus. Do not be afraid. Be brave, not afraid. It's all going to work out for the best, especially when you do that, when you just go, make a decision. Just go out and, give him a sucker punch. Bah! Give him a sucker punch and keep it moving. All right, who was next? Was there someone next or was I deluding myself? I think it's time to go. Just do it. Nike, just do it. You guys, I love you guys. I hope you guys had a great hump day. I hope you have a great rest of your hump day. If you haven't gotten humped, now's the time. We're running out of time. Go do it. Time's a wasting. Even when I don't get a read, I love what you share. I always learn something. Thanks and love. Love you too, Shannon. Great readings. Thank you, Angel. I'm gonna message you when I get done. Amazing night. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you for all who donated. Thank you for the exchange of energy. I appreciate it. I enjoy exchanging energy with you guys. I'm sorry that sometimes I do like to keep these short. I ended up being long anyway. When I've got personal readings that I need to work on, even though this is a commitment too. I mean, I usually do the hump days live when I'm able. I want to mostly focus on those readings, but yes, it's always fun doing this. I enjoy it. We enjoy it. It's a good time. A good time is had by all. I forgot to pull Archangel cards for some of you though, so you need to remind me to do that. But I did do extra long readings tonight for most people, so having said that, I think it's all good. It felt like even exchanges of energy nonetheless. Okay. Love you guys too. Oh, Southern Girl, I didn't do yours, did I? That's who I got to do real quick. Hold on. Southern Girl that donated. Okay, I'm glad you got your question in, Southern Girl. I was about to go. I thought I had one more person. You guys didn't remind me. I'm sad, lost, and confused. Is that like being dazed and confused? That's a great movie. Just kidding, sorry. Being a Taurus, I hate what has happened. My spouse had an affair a little over a year ago. I feel the relationship. I really won't let it be. Okay. You know, that goes to trust. I mean, is the trust shot? Can you rebuild trust? Are you willing to find trust again? Because if you can't trust somebody, you might as well get out. You might as well go. Like, what's the point? If you don't have trust in a relationship, there's nothing more beyond that, really. Where there's no trust, you might as well be on the way. Three of Cups. Ooh, okay, I'm not sure about, hold on, let me see what else. So this person really wants you to forgive them, truly forgive them and to move forward. However, here's the problem. just like I was talking to Shannon earlier about this, a lot of this is ego based. We've got the Five of Swords here, world in reverse. Um, I have to say, I get the sense that just like everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end, this has reached its end. At least the way it is has reached an end. Whether you choose to stay in the marriage or stay together, or move on, is up to you. And you may be able to, but there is some sort of new beginning coming. You do have the Ace of Swords, and you do have the Three of Cups. These are good cards. The ego in the middle, the Five of Swords. The desire to fix this is coming from a lot of ego, though. People are making it about them instead of about the other person. And so you guys have to find a way to work this out. Do you love each other? Do you want to work it out? You've got to come out of the ego place, both of you, because even though it feels like the other person in this is the one really wanting, like you said, they won't let go, and wanting to fix it more out of their own ego and what it says about them, if it's able to be fixed, than what it says about the relationship. There is going to be a new beginning in the relationship. Maybe you're going to be friends after you divorce. It feels like there's a real hard ending coming, the world in reverse. So there's something delaying it, but it's the ego delaying it. But there is an ending coming. But after that is a new beginning. So I don't know if the new beginning is this marriage still lasting, or if the new beginning is a whole new way of being in this. Because this is a strong connection, obviously. You two have love for each other that won't go away. This is a strong connection, but it may not be meant to be what it is forever. It's not necessarily meant to continue the way it is. I think with I see, when it comes to marriages and stuff, I have to be honest, even though I am reading the energy as openly as I can, I get uncomfortable saying things like maybe it's not meant to last. Because the idea of me having even the slightest influence on someone getting a divorce, that just feels like something I don't like. I don't want to be any part of telling someone, yeah, go get a divorce. Like, that just feels like harsh to me. But I'm not going to tell you the energy is here for you to try and fix this, because the energy is that the fixing is more about ego. And maybe whatever this new beginning is, it is you guys fixing your marriage, or maybe it's you guys being divorced and having a friendship. There is a new beginning here. There is collaboration. So this is good. There is love, but I'm not sure what it is. It doesn't feel like, whatever it is, it doesn't feel like it's the same relationship that was here before. Okay. So take that how it resonates. What does that mean to you? And sorry, my hair is fucking messed up today. What does that mean to you? And what do you want the relationship to be? You need to ask yourself these questions. Hold the mirror up and say to yourself, what do I, Southern Girl, want this relationship to be? What do I want my life to be in 5 years, 10 years? Do I want to be stuck with this moron that I'm with? Or do I want to be having fun with somebody cool like Jay Birdie on RayofLightTarot? No, you know what I mean? Like, just like, do I want to be out having adventures with somebody that I have a cool connection with and a romantic, fun time with? Or do I want to be stuck in a situation with someone I can't trust and I'm not even attracted to? I don't know where you're at in this, or if it doesn't feel like you don't feel any. There's a lot of love here. That's what I know. But is it the kind of love that can make things worth fighting for? Or is it just kind of there's no desire to fix? Whatever it is, you've got to decide. Of course, everyone who's working with this much, everyone who's making decisions from this much ego is manipulative. I mean, you're going to get manipulation in this. So unfortunately, I'm sorry to say that. It's not a pleasant it's not a pleasant thing, but it's a thing nonetheless. It's a thing. All right. I'm just describing things now. So I'm going to come to an end with this. I wish you the best. You know what to do more than anyone. Even if you don't stick it out with where you are, no, you're still going to, this person's not going to ever be out of your life. I think you're always going to be a part of each other's lives. So it's not that drastic, whatever happens is what I'm getting. You know what I mean? So don't feel like, oh no, it's going to be horrible. No, you can do this, and you guys can still be connected in different ways, but you have to set really strong boundaries, Southern Girl. Strong boundaries are important. You've got to be strong in setting those boundaries with this person, because this person has to have boundaries put in front of them. Clear boundaries for this person, okay? I love you, but I don't trust you. Ooh. Well, that just hits the nail on the head, Shannon, right there. Listen to Shannon. She knows what she's talking about, okay? I just told her about how much she knows what she's talking about. Boundaries. No matter what decision you make, Southern Girl, boundaries, boundaries, Boundaries. Boundaries. No, I want to be having fun. I feel you. Me too. Right? What else are we here for? All right, you guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your exchange of energy. And thank you so much for your love and support. I send that and return that love and support to you in full measure. And I appreciate you guys being here and being so loving and kind. Namaste. You guys have a great night and a great rest of your week. I'll see you soon.